If you look at the World Cup qualifying table, Nigeria is sitting 5th with 3 points, 3 draws and 1 loss. And we're facing the table toppers, Rwanda, who has 7 points. Actually, the way it's looking now, I think if we win all our remaining matches, I think we have chances of qualifying. But currently, it's not really looking good for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the World Cup qualifying series. Now, the last World Cup, apparently Nigeria lost to it during the playoff phase with Ghana. Now, it will be a shameful thing for us to miss 2 back-to-back World Cup. Now, if you look at this group, I genuinely think this is a favorable group for us. Rwanda, South Africa, Benin Republic, Lesotho, and Zimbabwe, who will be facing after the Rwanda match. But so this Friday, 5 p.m. West African time, Nigeria will be facing Rwanda at home at the Stadio Kigali, Rwanda. I can't pronounce the stadium. I'm really sorry. But with the new coach Eric Chelle and some newcomers in the Super Eagles squad like Tolu Arekadare, Mustafa Papadaniels, Iga Ogbu, and I think the keeper Amos Obasegi or Kayode Bankole, one of them. I'm not really familiar with those 2 names. Yeah, but with this new addition and the new coach, I think we have enough. Even without the new players added, I think we have more than enough to to bully the teams in this group. You get me? We have one of the best crop of players in Africa. Now, when it comes to the front line, I think in the whole world right now, I don't think any nation is blessed as Nigeria the way we are blessed with front line. And if you look at our front line, they call up the front line that was called up Victor Osimhen, Lookman Boniface, Tolu Arekadare, who is tearing it up at the Belgian league as well, Umar Sadiq, who has been lifting it up in the past few weeks as well. And Rwanda, actually, I looked at Rwanda. I don't really know anything about them apart from we have had few encounters. I think in our last 2 matches against them, they won us at home in the AFCON qualifiers. That's crazy. I'm actually seeing it right now. But I think we have played the first leg for the World Cup qualifiers. Let me check. So I don't really think so. We have met in the World Cup qualifiers, but in the AFCON qualifiers, we have failed to beat them. We have failed to beat Rwanda, who I think are a very strong team. But let's be honest right now, me and you. I know most people watching these videos are Nigeria, but let's be honest, with all due respect, this team, they don't match up now. They don't reach. I checked them and I swear to God, I can't really recognize any of their players. I don't know any of their players. So I think it will be a very shameful thing if we don't beat these people at their home. I know they're a very strong team. They're a very good team. They have beaten South Africa. Most of their players are home based. Most of their players are not known. But I think we should beat them. I think we have a lot of things to lose. They are 7 points. We are 3 points. Now, any win we get against them gets us closer to the qualifying series. Now, if you look at that group, I think the first position, automatic qualification. Maybe the second place plays a playoff or something like that. But yeah, we need that first position. 7 points and we are 3 points, and I think we should be we should push it. We should bully them. We should beat them. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, now let's get to our coach Eric Chelle. Now he's a new coach. Now exactly, we saw the players he picked. He picked few backline, and there are a lot of talks of him going 3-4. A lot of formations were mentioned, but I look at what he does with Malian squad. Malians. I think that's how familiar. But yeah, I looked at what he has done with the Malians. Then I'm kind of trying to figure out the squad he's going to play. Now, one thing he often does is play double strikers. And where that comes to the question, who is going to play as a double striker for us? Obviously Osimhen and one other person. You get me? And that brings to me, where will Ademola Lookman play? He often goes with a formation of 4-4-2 or a 4-3-1-2. Yeah, a 4-3-1-2. Yeah, that's the formation. But I think like I said, what I've looked up to multiple of what you have done over the matches. You use these 2 formations often, but one thing that is very certain is that whether it's 4-4-2, whether it's whether it's 4-4-2, whether it's 4-3-1-2. One thing is certain is that you always have two strikers up top. Now that brings me to a question. If he goes 4-4-2, I think Lookman could play for us from the wingers, from the wing. Now if he goes 4-3-2, that means 3 midfielders and 1-10, 2 strikers. That means we might not be playing with a striker. Now I don't know what is going to go with, but actually we are going to get into my predicted 11. I'm really confused on what is going to go with now. So Eric Chelle, when he made this call up, a lot of people are, there were a lot of talks, like a lot of people missing, someone like Frank Oyeka, who I think is very important for the Nigerian national team. I don't know the reason why he didn't call him, but I think he should be winning this match. He must be winning this match. Obviously, as of when I'm making this video, I think majority of the players have already came into the squad. As of when I'm making this, I think a lot of them has arrived in the squad, and there are players that were replaced. Nathan Tales, who was called up before, was removed for Jordan, who I think is a midfielder or a defender. But I don't know. I'm very sure he's not a striker. But yeah, I think I've said enough about the whole thing. Now let's get into this my predicted 11, and I'll give you my scoreline prediction. Here's my predicted 11. I went with the formation of 4-3-1-2, which I think I don't know if he's going to go with it, but that's the formation I went with. I might be wrong. We don't know what to expect. We just have to wait till the match day. But this is the 11 I think is good enough to beat this to beat the Rwanda side, and I'll give my opinion on why I picked every one of them. But first of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. You get me? It goes a very long way to telling the algorithm that we are doing something right here. If you have watched to this extent, you should be subscribing and liking this video. But yeah, let's get into the video now. As our goalkeeper, I picked Stanley Wabale, the undisputed. Like, no one is challenging him for that number 1 position. And my 2 pivots is informed Kevin Bassey, one of my favorite players in the Super Eagles, William Trusekong, the undisputed captain, Ebu Skipo. So I think these 2 players could solidify this backline. And if you look at my right right backside, I picked Ola Aina, who are a player that I think very strong. I think he could put up a shift, up and down. He could move up and down that wing. And I put Bruno Yemechi as well, because him and Ola Aina are very good crossers of the ball. And when you have a striker like Osimhen up top, you need to have players that could push the ball or cross the ball into the 18-yard box for him to head, even if we can't walk the ball on the leg. And that's actually funny, because I think Eric Chelle is he's a tactician. Yeah, he's not just a manager, he's a tactician. So I think he would like a very certain type of play, which I'll be really curious, which I'll be looking forward to see. And if you look at my midfield, I put Iwobi, because apparently I went with no wingers. Iwobi is a player that could play as a winger as well. You could move up this right hand side, move in, help the front line, and still drop back. And we have seen him play for the midfield as a midfielder for Nigeria as well. And I put Ndidi as my DM, to be the protector of William Trusekong, Kevin Bassey, and I put Oyedika there, because I think he's quite strong against Manchester City. When I watched him for Club Brugge, he was really good, and I think he's a player that could run box to box, run from the to Rwanda box, then to our box, defend and attack at the same time. I think he has that skill set, and that's why he scored against the almighty Pep Guardiola. Now in the front line is where I find it a very little bit funny. Now I went with Victor Boniface as a 10. I might be wrong for this. I initially went for Lookman there, but I think Lookman will do a better job up front, because he's a better finisher. And Victor Boniface, for me, I think this time, I think when they are moving, I think they could just switch to anywhere. Osimhen comes in the middle, Lookman goes to the left, and Boniface moves to the right. Now when we are attacking, maybe when we are out of possession, maybe I would like to see something like this, because I think Osimhen is a very good presser of the ball. Lookman as well is a very good presser of the ball. Boniface, I don't know, that's what I'm saying. I'm really confused about what I think I should go, but based on what I've seen him do in the past, I think that's what I'm going off. I'm going based on what I've seen him do in the past. So yeah, this is my starting 11. I don't know, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. If you think, tell me a player you think I'm missing out on, a player that you think should be starting that I didn't really put in there. I think a lot of players missed out. Yeah, I think a lot of players missed out. Maybe someone like Chukwueze is not in this squad. Someone like Moses Simon is not in this squad. So yeah, that's why I said I'm looking forward to see what the coach is going to do now. Going off score prediction, going off what we have. Tolu Arekadari. Please, if I pronounce the name wrongly, I'm sorry. Please. I recently learned how to pronounce his name, so I'm sorry. But yeah, if Tolu Alekadare is going to make his debut, I think he should score for us. Boniface, he hasn't gotten the Super Eagles goal. He has been tearing it up for his club, but he hasn't gotten the Super Eagles goal. Now, if we turn up, going with Osimhen, like one of my favorite striker in the whole world, if we turn up, you go tear them. I think I'll go with 3-0. This prediction. I don't trust these boys, and I don't even trust the coach. I haven't seen him perform, but yeah, I think our back. I think we won't consider. I think let's keep it. Let's say 2-0, 3-0, somewhere around there. But yeah, here is the preview for the Rwanda versus Nigeria, and that's all for now. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you after the match. Obviously, check out our videos in my channel, because I don't just make Nigerian videos. I make a lot of football videos in general. But yeah, that's all for now. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.